These are the UB DB1 double bass speakers, and they will literally blow you away. Let's ramble.
Hold up, place go wild when I pull up. They all on me like they want some.
Hey, what's up guys? It's great to see you all again. And if you're new here, I'm Patrick, and this is where I ramble about tech and other stuff. I'm a big fan of Bluetooth speakers. I hate running cables through my spaces, and using Bluetooth speakers fixes that problem for me. But not all Bluetooth speakers are created equal, and that will become very clear later on in this video. A big thank you, by the way, to UB Plus for sponsoring this video, but I do want to make clear from the get-go that I only partner with brands that leave me complete creative freedom and that let me be critical if and when this is needed, so you don't need to worry about bias, and if something sucks, I will tell you. Now, with that said, there is a couple of things I look for when shopping for Bluetooth speakers, and of course, audio quality and performance are at the very top of that list, and I will get back to that in great detail later on with some sound tests and comparisons. But almost equally important to me is the design. I care a lot about how my space looks. I need to work in it every single day, so it's important to me that everything is aesthetically pleasing and I feel good working there, you know? My absolute favorite Bluetooth speaker in this studio has been my trusty old Marshall speaker. It's the Acton 2. It was a birthday gift, and I love the old-timey amplifier kind of look, but it does have some drawbacks, mainly in the performance department. So when UB Plus reached out and sent me some images of their prototype, I was like, okay, I'm not quite sure how I feel about these, but I'm definitely intrigued. So yes, please send them over. And let me tell you, the more I learned about these things, the more impressed I got. First of all, there's of course this outlandish design that immediately catches the eye. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it, but I actually really do, especially after seeing the speakers in my space. I try them out in several different places, together and individually, and I'll get back to why that matters in a little bit, and they pretty much look awesome wherever I put them. So the design is definitely a win for me. These handles you see here are optional. You don't need to put them on there, but I actually like the way they look. And they make it super easy to move these things around or take them with you, which of course you can. They are, after all, portable speakers with built-in high-capacity 10,000 milliamp hour batteries, which means you can use these speakers anywhere you go for up to 20 hours. They are water resistant, so while you can't toss them in a pool, they will definitely be fine handling a bit of rain. The spikes on the handles are supposed to be facing inwards, but I actually like it better this way, so I turn them around. I don't know, it makes them look kind of devilish. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The spherical design looks really cool, but it's actually built like that for a specific reason. The DB's design actually uses a physics theory to achieve the amazing sound quality you will hear in a minute. It makes use of a theory by Hermann Helmholtz, a German physicist, creatively called the Helmholtz resonator, which is based on the phenomenon of air resonance in a cavity, kind of like what happens when you blow across the top of an empty bottle. The original Helmholtz resonator had a spherical design, which was the inspiration of the DB1 double bass speakers. The way it works in these speakers is that the acoustic resonance is formed when the mid-range driver is powered by the internal battery and the airflow is distributed evenly within the passive radiator plate. The design on the front grille looks amazing. It's one of my favorite parts of the speakers in terms of design, but it's not just there to look pretty. It's also there to create a high-fidelity firing sound. But what makes these speakers really stand out, both in design and performance, is of course the booming low bass. The speakers are called DB1 double bass for a reason. We have two of these giant passive radiators on both sides of the speakers, and because of the Helmholtz resonator design, the incoming airflow from the inner housing pushes the passive radiators to blast that solid and perfectly symmetrical double bass. You can literally see it blasting. I love that. But it's not just the bass that's impressive on these speakers. They actually deliver a crystal clear overall sound as well because of the 28 caliber voice coil and high performance magnets. Right, enough about that. Let's actually put them to work. I'll show you what all they can do and how they actually stack up against something like the Marshall. The speakers charge via USB-C, which is of course great. We all have plenty of those laying around these days. And once they're charged, there's a couple of ways they will work. You can connect them as simple Bluetooth speakers. And when I say simple, I don't mean old, because this is the very latest Bluetooth 5.3 technology. So you can definitely count on these to be blazing fast with a long range and almost no latency whatsoever. Making these speakers, by the way, suitable for your home cinema setup as well. But to get the most functionality, the best way to operate them is via the dedicated UB Plus app, where you will get access to things like an equalizer, in case you want to fine-tune these things to your personal liking. And the app makes it very easy to identify and pair the individual speakers. Because of the super minimalist design, there's only one button on this device, and that is the big control knob on the top. Press it once to turn it on, then if you press it again, you can change the different modes. The light ring will indicate which function you're operating, like a dial, so you can choose Bluetooth pairing, TWS, which stands for True Wireless Stereo. You can enter matrix mode, which works with multiple speakers. And lastly, there is play from device in case you want to play music directly from a thumb drive. Press the center button once to put the speaker in standby mode, and press it again to make it come back to life. If you press it once more, it will automatically reconnect to the last used Bluetooth devices. Right, with that out of the way, let's have some fun with these, do some sound tests, and compare it to the Marshall. And then I'll show you the magic that happens when you pair up two of these bad boys. I swear these things are insane. We have neighbors on both sides and above us, so I can't even go past 25% without blasting everybody out of bed. Just imagine taking these outside to use at a party or something. Absolutely nuts. So like I said, it doesn't end with the impressive sound performance of a single speaker. You can actually pair these units up with the press of a button. I'm a big fan of the TWS function, especially when they're well placed at an equal distance. But you can take it even further and connect up to 8 of these units together for an incredibly immersive audio experience. You can connect multiple speakers using other systems like the Sonos system we probably all know, but not at this price, because you can get one of these for a little over $200, or at least for a little longer because they're still on Kickstarter at the time of recording, or pay a bit more and get the floor stand included because those things look dope. It could be, of course, that by the time you're watching this video, they've moved on to a different platform like Indiegogo or somewhere else. Doesn't matter where they are, I will put the correct link in the description. I'm super curious to hear what you guys think of these speakers, so please do leave a comment. If you enjoyed the video, please get one of these. It really does help the channel. Subscribe for more content. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.